You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines. I'm Pinky Webb. Our source today, she's a financial expert and planner, Antonette Aquino. Antonette, it's good to meet you. Happy New Year to you.
Nice to meet you. Happy New Year.
Okay, so let's talk about money. A lot of us may have spent whatever money we set aside or even more during the holiday season. Coming into 2023, what should, I guess, our mindset be in terms of savings?
Right. So whether it's sticking to a healthier diet or getting a better workout routine, even, financial habits, I think we all know people who've really fallen off the bandwagon of creating resolutions. So I would say the very first thing you have to keep in mind is to focus on what you've accomplished so far for the past year, whether that's big or small. That way you also know where you are in the map. And I would say one thing that works well, especially for those who are trying to start their finance journey, is to practice self-affirmation. I think Doc Gia would also affirm to this. It's really all about the self-dialogue that you have for you to reframe your mindset into something positive and achievable for you.
What's your mindset?
My mindset, I would say, is a millionaire mindset. So I actually got that from T. Harv Eker. He has a book about it, The Secrets of Millionaire Mind. And he even talks about how when you do self-affirmations, simply claiming that you're a money magnet or you're going to be earning this much this year, it's a way for you to do kind of like a mind-body therapy.
Yeah, it's really about I'm missing a word, but manifesting it. Basically, you say it, you
Manifesting,
manifest
yeah,
it, you
yes.
throw it to the universe, and hopefully you get it.
Correct.
Okay, so in terms of maybe savings, let's talk about very important savings coming into 2023. I guess give us a sense on financial considerations for us.
Right.
I'm sure, though, Antoinette, that it would vary per stage in your life or even your age bracket, but in a general sense.
In a general sense, like what you've said, personal finance is really personal. So there really is no strategy or method that's best for you when it comes to budgeting or to saving. And that's why they also say that personal finance is 80% psychology and 20% head knowledge. It's mostly because what drives our behavior is not the rational part of our brain but our emotions. So that's why nakikita natin na ang hirap mag-save, or it's even hard to really follow through with our resolutions. So when it comes to personal finance or to saving in general, one thing that you can do is to trick your mind into saving. And one thing to do that is to automate your finances. That's a general tip that would work for everyone.
How do you
So
automate your
every time you
finances?
sorry.
How do you automate your finances?
Okay, so automating your finances would be setting up with your bank account or with your e-wallet. They actually have this feature wherein you can enroll, you can set up a fixed amount to be sent to, let's say, a separate savings account. So some people would automate their savings from their checking to their savings account, and that account can be for specific goals like for a dream vacation, a car, a down payment for a property. That's one way to go about it because you're not really doing so much work. You're letting the system save for you.
Yeah. But do you believe that a certain percentage of your income needs to be saved on a general, maybe, siguro matter, or again, it will depend, no? You're single, you've got kids.
Regardless of what life stage you at Pinky. I would still say that it's important to save. I guess what would vary would be the percentage or how much you save on a monthly, on a yearly basis. It would also depend on what you're saving for. So that's one thing to keep in mind, and one thing that we do when we create financial plans for clients. We ask them, okay, what are you planning to save for? What are your goals? And then from there we determine exactly, okay, what's the best savings strategy for you, or where can you put your money? That's one thing we look at.
But siguro, Antoinette, maganda rin malaman, because in the past, may nababasa ako na 20% ng kinikita mo, dapat ilagay mo na yan as savings. Yung 80%, yun yung pang-basic needs mo, and a little, maybe, a little shopping, small shopping here and there. Do you believe in that? That kailangan meron ka talagang steadfast na, consistent na 20% o 10% kailangan pumunta sa savings?
Personally, I don't. So we call that the 50-30-20 rule, wherein, let's say, 20% pupunta sa savings, 30% sa wants. But I find that that system it doesn't work for everyone, especially, let's say, for our minimum wage earners. It's very difficult to save even more than 10% of what they're earning.
True.
So what I would say is to really get an idea of your cash flow, how much you spend, how much you're earning. And then from there, you can start with an amount that works best for you.
Yeah.
For me, kasi, Pinky, what matters is you start saving whatever that amount that is, whether that's small or big. It's very important to build the habit first and then strategize from there.
Very nice that you say that. Build the habit first and strategize from there, because parang wala naman talagang set na percentage supposed to be, because depende yan kung magkano kinikita mo at ilan yung miyembro sa pamilya. As correctly mentioned by Antoinette, paano pag minimum wage earner ka? In fact, yun yung gusto ko puntahan papaano nga doon sa mga minimum wage earners, is there still such a thing na makakapag-ipon ka? May ganun pa ba?
Right. I've definitely seen a lot of cases wherein, there are minimum wage earners that are able to save up for, let's say, emergency funds and things like that. But when it comes to saving, there are really two ways to go about it. So it's either, number one, you find ways to adjust your expenses, really figure out if you have debts to settle as well. And then if that doesn't work out, there really is only a limit to how much expenses you can cut off. So then you look on the flip side, which is how much you're earning. That's when you have to start thinking about, okay, what are the ways that you can increase your sources of income to compensate for your needs and also to be able to save. That's two things to.
And do you believe that when they say that you shouldn't just have one source of income?
I do, because having one source of income, as they say, is one step from really going to poverty, because we've seen that in the pandemic, Pinky, wherein a lot of people were laid off.
Yeah.
And, when you don't have a financial safety net, it's going to be difficult for you to take care of yourself and even to fend for your family's financial needs.
True. Again, let's reiterate what Antoinette said. Make it a habit to save. Kung kaya hanggang kaya, at least start from there. Financial expert and planner, Antonette Aquino. Good to meet you. Happy New Year.
Nice meeting you. Happy New Year.
Thank you so much, and thank you for joining us here on The Source. I'm Pinky Webb. You're watching CNN Philippines.